Too many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Welcome everyone. I am your host, Deloris with Divine Connections. We are so excited that you are here today. Make sure you like and share this broadcast as well. So Divine Connection is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online, and you have the opportunity to share your business and your information, your churches, your organization in this magazine. So if you're interested, go ahead and submit information or connect with me at 336-338-8903. Text that number and let me know that you are interested. And so we also have 2 events a year, one in March and one in October, where we bring in choirs, praise dance, moms, vendors, great things that's going on in the community. And we'll tell you more about that. And then we have this podcast on Wednesdays between the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we share with you people who are doing great things in the community and are making it happen. And then we now have our app. So go and download from your Google Store or your Apple Store Divine Connections magazine and download our app so you can see even more things going on. And then we also have Divine Connections store. So we're excited about great things that's going on. And so we're going to show you a little snippet of our October event so you can get an idea of what's going on. So hold tight. Awesome. And again, we have our store. So definitely check that out. And let me show you just a little clip of that as well. Awesome. So definitely go check that out and be a blessing to that as well. And so again, our event that's coming up is Saturday, March 25th. It's going to be in Hall River, North Carolina between the hours of 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. We're going to have quartet groups. We're going to have moms. We're going to have a men's panel talking about mental health, life, and challenges and great things going on. Tickets are only $10. You want to make sure you are in the house. So here's a little clip of that and we'll keep going. All right, hold tight. It's going to be on. We're having vendors, mimes, gospel groups, a men's panel, and sponsors. Our groups are the Power Boys, the Anointed Ones, Marvin Bobbitt and the Rising Sons, Terrell Brown and the Gospel Express. Our mime ministries are Jared Terry, Greater Is He Mime Ministry, and Jerry Lintham Jr., No Limits. Our men's panel, David Dickens, Corey Rawlinson, E.J. Stewart, James Montague, Maurice McDonald, Marcus Holly, Milkins Tyler, James Allen, and so much more. Come and support this event. If you want to be a sponsor, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. You don't want to miss this. See you there. Awesome. So we look forward to seeing you all there. So go ahead and get your tickets now. They're only $10. So how do you stay connected with Divine Connections? Go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com and join our email list. Follow us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Also follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections. Again, if you need the opportunity to advertise your business, your ministry, make sure you text us. We're getting ready to come out with the March issue. So get in right before the deadline at 336-338-8903. Text or email me and let me know what you are doing. Also, if you haven't got your copy of Divine Connections magazine, it is here and available for you. So go ahead and get your order. You can get a hard copy or you can get digital copy. And then you can change the quantity of hard copies as well if you want to get a lot of copies and spread it to your community and your churches as well and organizations. All right. So we have a lot of great things in the magazine. So make sure you get your copy. Also, we're looking for sponsorship. So if you would like to be a sponsor on the show, 30-second, if you have a 30-second commercial, let us know. We'll review it and see if you will be a good fit for the show. And if you are, we can do a 3-month agreement for $150, and you can be a sponsor. Either it will come on before or after the show, and we will display your 30-second commercial along with us as we continue to make it happen. If you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, your ministry, your book, your gospel group, or event, we serve you in that capacity as well. We create 30-second and 60-second commercials as well. So if you need one, let us know. Our book is The Divine Connector, just came out. So how to build an empire helping people. So if you want to know how I do with the help of the Lord, get my book and I share that information with you. And we also have our journals available this year, which is awesome. So Making It Happen. You Are a Divine Connections. You can get a copy of that as well. Okay. And then again, we did have our Divine Connection store. We do have a store that you can contact and go in and get some apparel as well. And don't forget, also, our app is now available. You can go to Divine Connections Magazine and download our app. We look forward to seeing you there. So with no further ado, let me introduce our guest on today. Dr. Tyson is in the house. And so let's see what she brings to the community. Hold tight. Welcome, Dr. Tyson. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing well, doing well. Welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. I know your time is short, so we're going to get right into it. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, great. Hello, everyone. I am Dr. LaTanya Tyson. I serve as the president of Carolina Christian College, where we are preparing real people for real ministry in a real way. So I have this luxury of being my own Black History moment. I think it's fitting for me to be in this month.
Yes.
Talking to you and talking to your audience. I am the first African American female to serve at this institution, and it has been such a pleasure. Thank you, thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, so for about the last 16 years now, I've been at the helm doing what God has been calling me to do, and it is simply to lead His people into learning more about Him. So at Carolina Christian College, we provide a variety of programs from everyone. It's not just becoming a pastor or being a preacher. There's so much more to ministry than just being in the pulpit. And so that's my calling, to make sure that people know that there's opportunities available to them through formal education.
I love that. So let's talk about those opportunities that you provide there. How can someone be a part? What are the requirements? And what do you provide?
Okay, so let's get into it. All right.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so our newest thing, we started athletics in 2017. We started off with a basketball team. Our mission is serving the underserved. And I am an educator. I've been in education all my life. I started off as a second grade teacher and just stayed with the profession. So I understand education. And many times, many of us are not prepared for higher education once we complete high school. So we understand the challenges that our community has. So we have designed a program that allows athletes to come, and it's sort of like a second chance opportunity where their grades might not have been where they needed to be, or their test scores might not have been where they needed to be. So they come for a year or two, or if they want to finish their degree, of course, and we want them to stay, but they can come and boost up their GPA and get some foundation under their belt so that they can then move on to a larger school and finish out their career. And so that's what we're doing there. And I'm sorry, you guys, my daughter just walked in. She's so professional. I told her not to come, and she came anyway. I was on a call. Please forgive me. So that's how it is. We all in this together.
That's right. That's right.
So we're talking about education, but let me give a little tidbit for her. She is a high school senior that graduated a semester early. She will be finishing her associate. So when she goes off to college in a traditional 4-year program, she would be a junior already. And for her to graduate early, I know it was such a blessing.
She can come and say hello to us if she wants. Since she there.
She's just screaming, oh gosh, she's so
okay.
she's my child that's different from everybody. And that tells more about who I am, because I had to understand that she is different, and so I had to approach her differently. So we wound up homeschooling her through her elementary and middle school years. And so when she went to high school, she was ready to go, and then COVID hit, and so she returned back to homeschool. But I'm putting a plug in for homeschool,
right?
Because many African Americans, we don't believe in homeschool, or we don't even know what homeschool is. Homeschool is amazing, and even though I have this educational background, it doesn't mean that you can't do it. So if anybody is out there and want to know a little more about homeschool, you'll be able to get my information, and I would love to share with you our homeschool adventure. But back to Carolina Christian College. So with athletes, we started basketball, and we wanted to, be able to provide them with the basics. Many students come to us and they can't even write an essay, and writing and reading is fundamental for anything. And so we take the time with them so that they can gain those skills that they didn't gain in high school. So we have basketball, men and women. We're starting our soccer team literally right now. So if you have someone that's interested in soccer, hey, give us a call, because we are literally starting that team right now. And we have a great coach. Coach Kelly is excited about what God is doing for him in that realm. We also will be starting football
Okay.
Oh, yes. Football is coming 2024. So we are enrolling students now because we're going to take a full year to make sure that you are conditioned and ready, not
Mm,
only physically, but mentally and spiritually to take on this endeavor. Because even though we are doing athletics, God is still important to us. God is the first thing that matters. And so we need students to understand that you might not have been so involved in your local church when you were growing up. But when you choose to come to Carolina Christian College, that's the most important thing, that we want God to be
That's right.
ruler in your life.
Come on.
We want you to know God. And so that's what we do. So those
Awesome. Yeah,
athletes, yes. So
I
that's,
love that.
yes.
Did you tell everybody where you're located, where the school's located at?
Of course, 4209 Indiana Avenue here in the lovely city of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Yes. So stop on by. Just pop in. We will be there to welcome you.
Awesome, awesome. And how many students do you have?
So because we are a small school and we intentionally want to remain small, we remain at 100 students. So
Excellent.
we have found that because of the community that we're serving, if you
Mhm.
go to a larger school, you do not get that one-on-one attention
That's
like you
right.
need.
That's right.
And when I shared earlier how our students come to us and they're not prepared, to give you a kind of better understanding, the average GPA of our students from high school is a 1.7 GPA.
Wow.
So they shouldn't be in college at all. But
Mhm.
I believe if I'm not going to help them, who's going to help?
Come on.
And I think that it's important to show that handful of people that there's another opportunity, that
That's right.
there's a better way that you can learn if someone would just take a little more time with you. So for
That's
that,
right.
we make sure that we stay small.
I love that. I love that because tradition has gotten away from like families sitting at the table and talking to one another. It's technology and a whole bunch of things going on. So to have this community in the city is awesome. So you do one-on-one also with them to find out who they are, what's best for them, and then provide resources in the community so they can be the best person that they can be.
Exactly, exactly. You,
I
you
love
you have summed it up so nice.
I love it. I love it. So, how did you get in it? How did you start? What drove you to this direction?
Okay, so I am a Floridian, born and raised in Lakeland, Florida. I
Okay.
I moved up here. My family is from here. My mother is born and raised here,
Mm-hmm.
and have a strong community here as far as family.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came here, I wanted to combine the two things that I love the most, which is the Lord and education.
Come on.
My
Yeah.
my sister would always joke with me and say, "I need to be in school for the rest of my life because that's the only thing that I like." So I wound up doing that.
Yeah.
Love
Awesome.
educating people. And so I started applying for schools here in the area and was fortunate enough to land a job there at Carolina Christian College.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started, I was the academic project coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
A little fancy position that they created just for me because of my educational background. The only thing that it meant was that I was in charge of a adult degree completion program that they had at the time. So
Okay.
wasn't nothing big, but it was a nice title. So
Awesome.
but through that position, I then moved up through the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I became the academic dean. I took on institutional research. I was the executive president for a while, which meant I dealt with the day to day and the operations of the school. And
Mm-hmm.
then after my predecessor retired, I then put in my application to become the president.
Mm-hmm.
And I was accepted, and I have been running ever since.
Yes. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, anything else you want to share with us? What's the requirements for people to get in?
Okay, so I talked about athletics. Let's talk about the
Mm-hmm.
actual programs that we have.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So there are a number of programs. So I'm gonna give you a snippet of each one.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a ministry and training. The ministry and training is for the pastor that doesn't have the time to actually train their ministers, but want to have a um, hands-on experience
Okay.
with the trainees. And so we work out a deal, not a deal, but we work out a plan with the pastor that he can do some of the teaching, or he can approve the professors that we have to teach the courses that he would like for his ministers to know.
Hmm.
The cost for that is only $65 per course, and then there's a $10 registration
Wow.
fee. Then we also do a ordination program where you go through one of our ministry training programs, but you are ordained through Carolina Christian College, and you have to meet our criteria for ordination.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a spiritual life coach program that has been wonderful.
Yeah.
One of my fraternity brothers, Antonio McCoy, set up this program for us, and it has brought tremendous assistance and recognition to our school for doing something like this. So with our spiritual life coach program, at the end of that program, you become a certified life coach, and then you can go out and you have your own clients. Another program, we have our traditional programs that's associate, bachelor of art, associates of arts, bachelor of arts, masters of religious education, and a doctorate of ministry. So all those are degree granting programs that you have to formally apply for. The other programs that I mentioned, there's not an application. Anyone can take those programs, but you have to formally apply. All of the information is on our website, which is carolina.edu. You'll formally apply by the application, your transcripts, and letters of recommendation for whichever program you will be interested in. And then you'll go through that process. Financial aid is available, and VA benefits are available for all of our degree programs as well. And let me do a plug on our doctorate program. We started a dual program where you can complete your master's and your doctorate all at the same time.
Wow.
We set the price so that you can complete that both degrees for under $10,000.
Wow.
Listen, it wasn't nothing but God that we were able to make that work. But we know that if you choose to be in ministry, you're not going to make a lot of money in ministry. We understand that ministry is for serving. But for those degrees, those are usually individuals that are in full-time ministry or they're bivocational. So we didn't want to put an expensive price tag on something that we could compensate for to make sure that people could afford it. So if you are interested, again, it's carolina.edu. That dual master program is wonderful. Again, it's only it's under $10,000 to get both of your degrees.
Awesome. And what's the age range? Like, what age can they come in, and how long does that program last?
Okay, so there's no age range. We have students in all walks of life, from 18 years old through, I think our oldest student right now is 67. So there's no limit for that. And I'm sorry, what was the other question?
And how long is, like how many years?
Okay, so for the dual program, it is 3 years. For a bachelor's program is 4.
Okay.
And then the certificate programs are all less than a year. Some of them are only 8 weeks.
I love it. Awesome. I love what you're doing. Kudos to you for doing what you're doing. And I love the whole aspect of the Carolina Christian College. So tell people how they can contact you again.
All right. So again, if you want to find out about all of our programs, all of our services, please visit our website, which is carolina.edu. It's real simple, just carolina.edu. If you want to talk to us, or if you want to have a campus tour, please reach out 336-744-0900. And if by chance you are on social media, we are on all platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So you can reach out to us via those venues as well, to make sure that you are contacting us. And if by chance, one of us personally, all of us are on social media, so you can message me on my personal page. Of course, I'm going to respond, and anyone else that's connected with the school will respond.
Awesome. So anything else you want to share that you can think of, and then we'll end with words of encouragement.
Oh, what else could I think of? Oh yeah, couldn't think of nothing else. So
I want to make sure we get everything in.
This is what I would say. There's more of a encouraging word. When I was growing up, I had no idea that I was going to be serving in a role that I'm serving in now. I was fine being on the background. And so as we close out our Black History Month, for all of our young people that's out there just trying to figure out themselves, trying to figure out what do I need to do? What can I do? What does God have planned for me? My thing to you is the same thing that someone told me. Failure is not an option.
Come on.
No matter what came my way, all the trials and tribulations that I had to go through, I kept saying to myself, failure is not an option. So even though I might have failed in one sense, because God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly, I was still winning because that opportunity showed me something. I learned more about myself. So I would tell everybody, failure is not an option, because if a little girl from Lakeland, Florida can become a president of a Bible college, in spite of everything else, God can do the same thing for you. So keep on believing in yourself and know that failure is not an option.
Fear is not an option. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I know you're busy, but I am grateful for the opportunity that you had to come and sit with me and share all of that great information. And congratulations to you, and keep making it happen. Put God first in all that you do, and blessings to your family as well as your ministry and your business.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I know you have to go, so I will connect with you, and I'll send this information to you as well. Anything else before we leave?
No, I guess I should say a plug family wise. If anyone is searching for a church home, please look us up, Agape Baptist Fellowship. My husband and I, Bishop Tyson, did a church plant, and we meet every Sunday at 11 o'clock. Also at the school, Carolina Christian College, 4209 Indiana Avenue, where we want to make sure that you are giving a little bit of love, because love is not love until you give it away.
That part right there. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much again. And congratulations, Dr. Tyson. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you all stay connected to Divine Connections. We'll talk to you soon. And I'll follow back up with you, Dr. Tyson. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for being my guest on today. And we will talk to you all soon. We'll turn it over to our sponsors.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.